Today on Center Valley Customs, Chevelle runs under its own power again. All right, so we got a U-joint for the drive shaft that Taylor ordered. So we gotta put the U-joint in the holes, and then we gotta press these in from the outside. Like I said, the old ones, the 1310 U-joint, I don't know where they are because I cleaned up in here a little bit. I probably threw them in the garbage already, but we had to actually cut the inside of the U-joint out to get it out. So we're gonna throw this thing in the press and get this going, and then we should be able to put it in the car. Pretty easy peasy. Hopefully it fits. Hopefully. All right, well, we got the drive shaft in, but we're gonna have to make some clearance because we are hitting the floor right here where this cross member is. So we're gonna have to cut this back, I don't know, probably back to here in order to get some room. We do have some sheet metal that we got to patch the floor back in, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. So we'll get fancy with that another day. Probably actually honestly going to try to test drive this before we patch the floor up to make sure everything works. Because if that transmission's junk, it's going to be easier to get it out now than put the whole floor in and then try to get it out. So luckily, if this transmission's junk, I picked up another one, so we got a spare at least. All right, we got the drive shaft in. We got a shifter hooked up to the transmission so we can see if this all works. Once we start it up, we'll see if the wheels go forward, go backwards. Hopefully they do, because before I think it was only going in reverse. I'm not sure. So yeah, get this out of the way. I think we're ready to give this a shot. Fire this bad girl up. Oh, you don't have any throttle. That's all right. Forward. Okay, hold on. We got nothing. No reverse.
Check the fluid.
Yeah. We might not have enough fluid in it, so we're going to check fluids and stuff. It was going forward, but
it didn't the second time.
it didn't the second time. So check some fluid here quick. Was it not shifting when you were, or was you just?
It was just hard because I'm trying to hold on to the thing.
Oh. Nothing. Put some in it. Try it now, I don't know. Try it. There we go. There it goes. Leave it in drive. I wanna try to idle it up. Hold on. Are you in gear? I don't know. Works, at least. I don't know if it was shifting. I couldn't tell. I was hoping you could hear it or feel it shift, but
Hard to tell.
hard to tell. We got a transmission for now, anyways. We don't know if it actually shifts, but it was moving, so that's good. Progress. All right, now that the wheels go roundy round, we're moving back onto this gas pedal. So what our plan is probably cut this arm off of here and weld it on this side, because the throttle cable is on that side and it'll be closer. It actually should be pretty damn close. Yeah, this also kind of sits on an angle, so when you push the gas pedal it actually moves this way. So we might figure a way out to make this straight, but we're gonna have to hack this all up. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but this end has to go to the throttle cable, and that's number one main goal. So that's what we're going after now. Let's do it. And then I'll grab the welder, and probably be better to put the ground on the other side if you can. All right, this is gonna get tricky. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I can't see nothing. Maybe I hold this part. I can't see the other end, but is that good right there? That's tight. So, is that good? You got pedal where you want it?
Give it a shot.
Ouch, that hurt. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, I think, well, I don't know if I do that quite yet. Ooh, that's going to be a short pedal. Okay, we got this all welded up now, at least that rod. Bolt this bad boy in. Nice. Yo, new day. Taylor's here. We got fuel line, we got fuel filter, so we got dash 6 AN line. We got a 10 micron filter, so technically you should have 2 filters, a 100 micron before the pump and a 10 micron after the pump. We only have one 10 micron, so we're running this after the pump, and the pump can just chew up the debris, and then they'll get caught in the 10 micron. So we don't know what side of the car we're going to run it down yet. We need to run a supply and a return. We're going to use dash 6 for both. Fuel lines are over here. The wiring is over here. So somewhere back there, we need to get them to come together, but we don't know what side. It'd be nice to come down this side because that's where the lines are up here. But because we got a shorty header over here and a whole bunch of other stuff already here, it may be easier just to run down this way where the wiring already is and go from there. We got to tear out the stock, the whatever, not stock, but stuff that's in here, which is some steel line and some like dash 10 AN or something like that. Currently, Taylor's working on getting these connections on here because I think this is dash.
These are dash 10.
These are dash
these
10.
Are dash 8. And the rest of the car is dash 8.
Yeah, we don't know what this all is, but we had to get fittings to go on there to go to dash 6. That hole was already hacked out of there. We didn't do that. So don't call us shitty fabricators. Whatever. Well, we are, but... So that's where we're going to start today. It's getting fuel line ran. I got new microphones, so we'll see how those work. They have a cord that goes up here, and then it's up here, because the other things would like flip over and everything else. So we'll see how long I can handle this cord and under my shirt before I rip this thing right out and throw them in the garbage. But, yeah, we're about to get started here. We got the old aluminum line out of here, along with the old fuel pump. We also got the AN lines already pulled. We are going to go down the driver's side. I don't know if... I feel like 90% of vehicles go down the passenger side. I don't know if they do that for any sort of reason. I don't know. Doesn't matter. We don't care. Anyway, we're going down the driver's side. We already got that all pulled through. Probably can't see much underneath here, but whatever there. It's kind of funky going up over that axle, but it is what it is. So now, I think we're going to work from the back forward and put a little piece of sheet metal right in this frame rail, just so we have something to mount the pump and all that other garbage to, pump and filter. It's not going to serve any like structural or whatever rigidity or anything like that. Just something to mount the stuff to where it's in a good spot and go from there. We did not order one fitting for the pump, so on this end is the inlet. So we didn't order this fitting, but we do have like some dash 6 AN to 3/8. We'll just throw in there for now. Then when we get the fitting, we'll just replace it. And then this is going to be rubber line like so to this filter. And then we got a dash 6 on the other end. And then that'll go all the way up to here where we got fittings for here. The dash 6 that go on those, I don't even know what they're called. I don't know. They're a funky, weird push to connect fitting. So we got those. So that's the plan. Kind of rocking along here. I guess it feels like we're rocking along, but we really didn't do much. So we'll get to cutting and probably tack a piece of sheet metal on and start connecting lines. We made this little piece here, just tacked it in. This is going to go like this somehow. Yep, nice, beautiful. I only got room to put one of these tabs on here because it's too short, so we're going to go for the bottom one. That's easy. So I'm going to hog a hole in this so I can mount that, then I can mark the other 2 holes to mount the pump. Should be easy peasy if this mosquito dies. Got him. Can't see. Well, that's it for us for the day. Taylor had to go home to the little one, and I'm just hot and hungry, and I'm whatever, hot and hungry. So we got this pump and filter all mounted up. Didn't necessarily go as easy as we thought it was going to, but it is what it is. So we got all the crappy work done, I would say. Pump, filter is mounted, lines are pulled. Sets us up good for putting the fittings on and securing the line. That's it. So that's it. I'm going inside. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, new day. I'm back by myself. Taylor, I don't think he's coming over today. But yesterday we got the fuel pump, we got the fuel filter mounted. Today we need to run lines and secure lines. My goal is to have all the lines done today. And then maybe do wiring tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious I get. But first thing we need to do is start on the back and connect the back lines, pointing, and you can't see me point. Connect the back lines so that we can work our way forward so we make sure we have enough up here. So doing the back lines, putting the fittings on won't be too bad. But securing the lines, I got a couple different ways I can do it, but I think I'm going to go with this way. So this came with these clamps. So what my plan, I think, is I only have 4 of these. So what my plan is, I'm going to take this screw out that just holds these together, and I'm going to drill it all the way through so that I can put a sheet metal screw all the way through this and secure both lines to the frame. Like so. Okay, makes sense? I think so. And then I think 4 of them will be enough through the body of the car here. And then we'll do something up here and figure something out back there. But first we're going to start with the pressure side. We got 2 lines here, 1 pressure, 1 return. I got some black electrical tape like every couple feet, 3 feet or so to dictate what's what. My GoPro just shut off for no reason. Anyway, I'm going to use the one with the electrical tape as the pressure side and the other one as the return side. So we're going to start by connecting the stuff to the pump and the fuel cell and filter, and then work our way forward. So we'll start with putting one of these on. I got to get a grinder and cut these, or cut the line to put these on, and we'll get this smashed out in no time. All right, I'm underneath here. Here's the whole, pump filter. We broke this screw off yesterday, and I was able to get it out with a vice grip and then put a new one in it. But yesterday when we were talking, Taylor made a comment and said, man, I'm so glad that these AN fittings are now a different color, like black. You can get them in different colors instead of the ugly red and blue fittings. And I said, whoa, dude, calm down. Because that's what I ran on my truck. Because that's all I had. Whatever. I don't know where they came from. I just had them. So I needed a fitting to go from -6 to whatever this thread was, which ends up being, I think this is -8. And look what color I found. Beautiful. So suck on that one. All right, I'm gonna try to cut this one straight this time. Thing likes to grab. Is that just the tape holding, or what is that? Oh. Straight enough. Okay. Come on out. If I can get my wrench off of here now. Ugh. Now I'm going to try to take this line. He has 45s on here. So I'd like to try to run this line up on top of the bumper here, so I have somewhere just to secure it, even if we just drill a hole and run a zip tie around it. I just don't want it to be, I don't know, dangling from here to here. So maybe I'll go to the outside. And the inside one can run inside and over. I don't know if I like these 45s on here though. It'll be fine, but it'll be all right like that, I guess. So I'll mark this kind of with my finger. So I got all these lines done. 45s off of here. They're going to come back here. Right now I just have these zip tied together, but eventually we'll actually secure these. Also, I'm going to have to take these lines off anyway to blow them out, and I'm actually going to run fluid through them to make sure that they're clean. And then kind of comes this way, whatever, and then back up through here, up over that spring, and down over yonder, down there. So now I can start securing all of those lines, if you can see them, along the frame rail with those adapters we have, and move up to the motor. All right, so I got these lines all secured. Comes down from above the spring, comes over here. One of those clamps there, clamp there, and then I got one clamp way up there, and then it comes up to the car. I put a couple zip ties on here because I didn't want to use up all of those. I wanted to save one for up in the motor, just in case, whatever, we want to use it. But we'll probably get a couple more, put 2 more down here, and that'll be perfect. So we got 2 lines to do up in the motor. Let's go get them done. 2 lines for the motor come up right here. I kind of came up behind the master cylinder, and then we'll put 2 fittings on, you know, 1 on each end. Originally, these lines came up on this side of the steering column, but I want to stay away from that exhaust as much as possible. You know, exhaust and fuel probably don't mix. So that's what we're going to do. I guess I'm just going to throw these 2 fittings on here that are already ready for me here. Throw these on the lines. Plumbing will be complete. All right. Okay, perfect. It'd be nice to get this one. Yeah, screw it. Okay, I'm gonna pull the lines off back there and then give them a good blow. And then I'll probably run the fuel pump wire. But I gotta run a ground if I do that. I don't know. We'll get these blown out first and then I'll decide if I wanna keep going or just call it a night. All right, we'll give these a quick blow here. Okay, and honestly, I think that's where I'm going to call it for the night because I guess I could run fuel pump wiring, but anyway, I'm going to call it there because what I want to do is wire up the fuel pump, and then we'll put fuel in the tank, and we'll actually run fuel through the, the high pressure side first, clean out any garbage that still may be in here. Then we'll hook that side up, and we'll hook up the return then at that point and run fuel through the return side into a tank gas can in the back to clean out anything that may be in the return. So I'm going to leave this all unhooked for now and call it a night, I think. Yo, new day. I got home from work, busted out the wiring on the fuel pump for this. I ran the wire from the relay all the way down this side of the frame rail, all the way down along the back here. You can't see it, but it's up underneath here to the pump. So that's all wired and fired. I got all my, shouldn't say all, I plugged the return side, which is dangling here, and I have the pump side connected. So I want to run some fluid through the pressure side to clean out all the lines into a gas can in the front. And then we'll connect the return up in the front, run it through the lines into a gas can back here so that we can clean out all these lines, and then we can connect that return. So I just put about 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons of fresh premium, and then about 2 gallons of old gas that was in here. Don't tell Taylor that. So we got 2 gallons of fresh gas, 2 gallons of bad gas, which equals about 5 gallons of bad gas. So, whatever. I did not show you these connectors. So if you're running like stock fuel rails and stuff, you need these fancy, I don't know, push to lock adapters to AN. They have a split nut here that goes on, and then you slide this on, and then it tightens up and whatever. Or you take a piece of 3/8 hose and push it over top and clamp it 4 or 5 times. Whatever works. So I'm about to hit the key, prime the pump a couple times. Hopefully we get fuel up to here. And then hook up the return. Actually, it's hooked up here already. Move the tank to the back and drain it out the back. All right, keep an eye on that. Make sure I got the right line. Hopefully this works. Oh, we got, okay. Shut it off again. I heard pressure. Or the pump changed sound anyway. I don't see gas yet though. Oh, not sounding good. Or maybe it's sounding better, I'm not sure. Don't tell me I got the wrong line up here. Okay, that would kind of make, oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I screwed up. The one with the tape is my pressure side. So I'm pushing reverse or backways, whatever, through this regulator. So now I'm going to take this off. And now, of course, I just push fuel all the way in here. Damn it. Damn it. All right, I got these lines switched around again now. It really irritates me because I looked at that and I noticed my lines were like crossed over each other when I connected the return. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I don't remember pulling them lines up there like that. It's because I didn't. Pay attention to what you're doing. Double check everything. I don't know. Okay. keep an eye on that again. Thanks for letting me know I had them screwed up the last time. Okay. So now, of course, there's no garbage in there because it's all in here now. So I'll hook this line up now, push it back the other way. Hopefully anything that if I push anything in here, it'll just push it back out. I hope. All right, push it back the other way. Chances are that hose is gonna fly out and get gas everywhere. Is it getting gas everywhere? No? Good. Okay, I would hope I would have gas by now. Oh yeah. I don't see any crap in there, so that's a good sign. All right, hook this line up. I gotta take this cap off, so I'm gonna get gas absolutely everywhere. So I should probably move all this stuff and get that connected. I got that line put on. I literally dumped gas all the way down my arm, all the way down my shirt. And it's like a different kind of gas because now my arm is tingling and inside my side is all tingly and burning now. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, so I guess I'll be showering tonight. So that's it, for now anyways. I'm gonna cycle the key a couple times. I'd like to start it, but I dumped so much gas taking that line off that I probably shouldn't run it because there's a lot of gas down in there. And with the shorty headers and backfiring and whatnot, I don't need to deal with that. So that's going to be it for me for the day. Next time you see, I should say next time, it'll be in the next clip. I want to run and drive this thing. So hopefully whenever Taylor gets a chance, we can slam this thing on the ground, throw a couple seats in it, and cruise it down the road a little bit. I can't wait. Well, today is the day, finally, where this is finally going to hit the streets. Friday, Taylor was supposed to come over and we were supposed to drive it. It's Sunday now. But things went teats up, I guess is what we'd say, at work for him. So he ended up working like 16 hours Friday and didn't get home until it was late after dark. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I didn't want to just go driving this without him because Travis came over Thursday, and apparently Taylor told him specifically, do not let Todd drive the car for the first time because it's Taylor's car. Taylor wants to do it, which is fine, whatever. So I waited for him. Yeah, if he doesn't show up today, I'm driving it. I don't give two shits if he's here or not. But I'll show you, I guess, kind of a few things I did behind the scenes on this to get this kind of ready for first run. I did loom all this wiring. Nice, beautiful, all the way through the back. I didn't do anything with this wiring by the headlights because I don't really know how I'm going to clean that up. I changed these fuel rails with the LS motor that I picked up a while ago. So when we first put these on, this one was leaking out the front, so I changed this one. And then after I changed it, this one started leaking out of the back. So it's got two new used fuel rails on it. O2 sensors, whoops, you can't even see me. O2 sensors, I bought brand new, like cheap ones, and they weren't working. So I ended up buying a brand new Bosch one. It was like 65 bucks, something like that, just to see if I get a different result. And for sure, for whatever reason, the new cheapos do not work. So Taylor should be bringing another brand new Bosch O2 sensor to put in the other side. Let's see. I cleaned all this up in here, got all the junk out of it. I just sheet metal screwed the shifter down for now. I wired up all those gauges. Taillights. So I do have working taillights and brake lights now. That ribbon cable that goes all the way to the back, when somebody put the seats in, they drilled a 3/8 hole right through the center of that. So I ended up having to fix that. So that's all good to go. Taillights work. I did change the headlight switch out. I did put new light bulb sockets in the back for the taillights. That's all good to go. I did stick like a 3-foot section of exhaust tubing on both sides, so it's not just dumping straight out of the headers, but obviously we're gonna do full exhaust, which I saw a picture of something Taylor made at work, or I should have said that. Maybe he made it on his own free time, you know. And I think you're gonna like it, but you're gonna have to wait and stick around to see what that is. What else did I do? I don't know. I'm sure there's other things I did, but more or less just kind of cleaned up all the wiring and all that other garbage. And yeah, so now we wait for Taylor to get here. Once Taylor gets here, we're gonna rip this thing, and I think it's gonna be good. All right, we got Taylor here. This is the maiden voyage. So you have to try to keep it running because it doesn't want to idle, but see what happens. And this gauge is off. Right. Oh, she runs. Noisy. All right, we're back. We made it. Wasn't the most successful test drive, I guess you'd say. I don't know if we have enough fluid in the transmission. We got on it at one point and it sounded like it was slipping. That or the tires were broken loose, which is very possible. This does have like 410, 411 gears in it. So they're a hefty gear. We got issues as far as the motor goes. It does not want to idle. I raised the idle in the computer, but I did not raise any of the air, which I should have probably. I think normally you raise like 20, 30%. I didn't do that, so I'm guessing this idle air control is not opening far enough to give it enough air to idle. I'll do a little more research on that sort of thing. But it does run. It will burn the tires. Has a little bit of a wheel hop, but that's neither here nor there. It's just water under the fridge. But that's it for this video. Like I said, we got some stuff to do. We got to put a tunnel in it. We got to do exhaust. Taylor made a little something for the exhaust, which is going to be...
It's gonna be something.
It's going to be something. But honestly, there isn't a lot yet to do. Brakes. This has disc brakes, but they got a disc drum master on here. We got a master cylinder for that. But yeah, that's all I know. So
Shocks.
stick around, see what we got next. I'll probably be working on my Camaro next week. I got some parts for that. I don't know. Stick around. Thanks for watching.